Hi, I'm Jason.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're
Two Wranglers. All right, so it's our maiden voyage with the new Patriot Camper.
That's it. Just,
X1N.
it's probably enough.
We're trying to get it level right now.
Oh my God, that's so close. Yeah. I think we'll
with a little help from our friend Eddie.
Just
We're in Big Bear for an overnighter to check this thing out and get it up and running and use the tent and do all the things. We have more stuff from our last video. We've added more things to the camper to help keep us going, making our camping enjoyable. Trying to figure out like the process, like what are the things we should do first? Here's where, if any of you have one of these and you have a protocol of what you do when you first get to camp, shoot us a comment and let us know how you kind of do things. I'd be curious. Kind of makes sense to have the awning up first because it's really bright and sunny, and I think it's gonna help us out. Although we do have a little wind here today, so that might be a little bit challenging. We'll see. Not as clumsy this time with it, honey. Nope. We're getting better at this. That is one big awning. Rest of it out. We didn't bring our two Wranglers, if you will. I drove mine, my HERICON. And we brought our Gladiator on this trip. There's going to be a total of 3 Gladiators and 3 Wranglers on this trip. Our Gladiator's name is offline. You're making it look easy. All right. I guess you really do need the poles, otherwise it sits pretty low. Awesome. Getting the sink together here. Get this cleaned up and up and running. We're staking the awning because there is some wind today. You can hear it. Still working on putting the kitchen together. We kind of ran out and didn't have it totally dialed in yet. Haven't done our rooftop tent yet. That's next. Got a trasharoo on. Working on what's going to be going over here still. And that's what this trip is for. That's literally what this trip is all about. Us figuring out what might go where and how we might do it. We do have the rooftop tent over the truck open, but because of the wind, I think we're going to sleep in the one on the trailer because it's lower and might not be in the wind as much. And this is how we're progressing so far.
But that's upside down.
Hey guys, what are we trying to do right now?
We're trying to figure out how to be a dum-dum.
Well, we got that figured out.
Yeah,
Okay,
you guys already got that figured out.
Let's just try this.
All right, we're trying to figure out the windscreen. Also, we already ripped it, so that's a bummer.
Well, let's not say we, let's just say Jason.
Well, it doesn't matter. We'll have to get a new one or repair that one.
That goes there.
We just,
I guess it still doesn't, that's still like not right. That's just not.
It's too short, we're thinking? It is too short. Maybe the other one is the one that works.
No, because that one's like this big. It's the same width as the back of the trailer.
Got
Plus,
it.
it's only Velcro and has no snaps. So if it is just this,
Interesting.
right? And this is where it's the right way, or at least what we. No, it still isn't the right way because this snaps opposite.
Yeah, this snap's good though.
Where's that Velcro? Why is that Velcro on your side? Where would that attach to? Oh, I know what that attaches to.
The Velcro and the
The
other
The
other
things.
Velcro of the other piece.
Our other friends just arrived. Getting their tent set up. So we got a Wrangler and a Gladiator. On the other side of those, 392 Gladiator, 392 Gladiator.
I heard that, Edith.
Nice work, lady. Yes, girl.
All right, get a little lunch going here.
Making a tomato, cucumber, and onion salad.
Yum.
I wish I had a mandolin though. I need to cut these really thin. And it's just a
Bleep.
So this was our shakedown run of our Patriot Camper, our H1N, and it did really great. It did fantastic. We had such a nice time being, having room, having a kitchen, having our stuff nearby, easy to trail. What I mean, do you have anything to add to that?
No, it was great. I mean, to be able to stand here and cook. I mean, we've been camping for years, and we've never had the ability to camp with a trailer like this. The counter height on this is perfect. It doesn't. You're not hunched over. You're not reaching up. You know, it's a lot of space, but it's not if you're actually cooking on the stove, which I'm using a 6-quart pan here, a little 1-quarter here. They do both fit. It was a little cramped, but it worked just fine. I boiled water. I made a 1-pot pasta in here,
which was fantastic, by the way.
And it fit the bill. I was able to make. I could have made a double batch and fed multiple people if I needed to. But there was a little bit of if I needed to
a little cramped, yeah.
If I needed to wash dishes at the same time, it wasn't. There was nowhere to put the dishes, because if I needed to get in here and get soap or get any of the pans out or anything, or plates, I couldn't. I will say that the water pressure is really good on the faucet. I mean,
look at that. That's like at home level of water pressure. Fantastic.
So
that has been so great.
Pressure, but I do think the one thing is the table will have to go on the other side. We'll have to.
So in other words, we found that for prep space, a little, you know, only having like, you know, a cutting board's worth if you're dish drying here. So what I'm saying, or what we have figured out, is that you can't put things here too much because you might need to get into that. So that's a
quick space. Maybe that's a space you would use when you're getting stuff out of the fridge. You take it from the fridge to here before you gather it up and use it, what have you. But essentially, because you might need to get into this a lot, not the best space for drying dishes. So we think having a table over here where specifically for drying dishes would work for us. Might not work for everybody. Maybe most people dry their dishes right away. I don't know. We have other things to do. We want them to just dry on their own, blah, blah, blah. But so look how much that frees up. Now you have 2 cutting board to, you know, with your ingredients, and because this is fantastic, and I think it worked better than we maybe thought it was going to.
It did. And there was a few things that, you know, was like, okay, well, what do we do with this? And our friend came up with the great idea of doing a bungee cord for the paper towel. And it was like, oh,
Yay, Eddie.
Didn't even think about that.
That was super smart. And
that was great. And doing carabiners, like we're going to hang carabiners off of these to put our towels on. Right now we just have them shoved through the rings.
We have them through the latch that, you know, keeps this all closed. That works pretty good, but
it's great to be able to, so what's the one thing when you know, clean dishes, you're rinsing off vegetables, whatever, you gotta dry your hands.
Dish towels, yeah.
Can't be just constantly drying on your pants when you're already dirty because you're camping. So you're not really doing yourself any favors.
Nobody's using their pants. Well, who knows? Whatever.
Well, but yeah, so you know, and Steph we put a little garbage can up here. So Steph's idea to put this up here. So
for food prep, it was great.
Because you could take onion skin and
there you go.
All of that stuff, and
you open a package. You know, just that little stuff. All our
trash, but
but our point is,
it saves you from walking to the back of the trailer where the trasharoo is.
Because this is I'll show. This is where our trasher is. It's over here. And let's be honest, if you're cooking and prepping over here,
walking
you're not
going to
with like a piece of onion skin. That's not going to work. So we do a little thing here. We have a little thing of antibacterial, you know, whatever. If you're working with meat, having something nearby to clean your hands with, feels like the right thing to do. We did upgrade. I'm so proud of this. We did upgrade from our little packet. If you saw our previous video, you saw we had little pockets of stuff from stores and, you know, restaurants and what have you. And instead we went out and we bought, you know, what we felt like we needed for that. So we still have more room here. I'm sure we'll add more things. This changed a little bit, not terribly, but
coffee, sugar, stuff like that.
Stuff like that. We did have pots and pans in here. We changed that out for when we are serving other people. So we got, you know, like more serveware in there. And so that changed already. And I do like that. I think that will probably stay. Over here, we ended up filling our drawer up with, this is going to be pots and pans. We did find that these wonderful, sturdy separators, they
don't hang in very well when you're traveling. So when we got to camp, we obviously, you get set up, you start doing all the things. We pulled the drawer out, and pulling the drawer out, most of these, if not all, had popped up, and they do fit a very specific way to get it to slide all the way through the slots. But when we got here, they were all kind of turned and tumbled, and everything was kind of pushed around. But so if anybody goes and picks up a trailer with this type of drawer system,
just be ready for that.
Be ready that
they got a little displaced. Nothing major. It wasn't a problem. We ended up, this became like where we keep our lights. This is a huge bag of every type of cord you could ever want or need for cameras, video, you know, phones, just any old thing. This is our little music, our little speaker, and some little lights for the trailer, and just these are actually the
bags for
the bags for that. So nice. All their stuff is just made so well. And we keep our trash bags in here, and just a couple for each trip, and that's batteries and this, and we got a toaster because why not? Sometimes you want toast when you're camping. That feels pretty next level.
One of the best things, I gotta say, if you pull everything out, you take your chairs out, your air mattress, your bags of clothes, whatever else you have back here. The one thing that we kind of found that was clutch was a walking stick, because when you want to get those bags that have gone all the way to the back of the trailer,
it's kind of deep, and so
you can hook it with this and pull it in. So
we found that to be really helpful.
That's the biggest add-on we've done so far.
The biggest add-on. It's not the biggest, but let's close that. Close that. So you can see this is a great table. You can put a chair here, it's table height. It's wonderful. Oh my gosh. However, reaching across this to get stuff that's in the back of that trailer,
you kind of got to do one of these.
You got to do that.
Squeeze in, and you got to reach as
and
far
honestly,
as you can, so
It's not easy. So if you have one of these trailers and you can't figure out how to get your stuff in the back, get a walking stick. Everything we have has handles on it, loops on it. So you could use the walking stick to loop into it and pull it toward you. You know, just want to say, little Patriot Camper hack there. This is where you hang. This is something interesting. You hang the propane bottle. They have like a little spot for it so it hooks right.
It's off the ground. It's
off the ground. It's out of your way. So thoughtfully done. All right, walking around. It is windy today. That's for sure. Our tent worked beautifully.
Yeah.
Why don't you, we're calling this our utility storage because we're kind of outside of the barbecue. Everything is kind of utility. We did add some of these, and if you are not aware of the Patriot Camper, what are they called? I mean, they're just ground stakes.
They're ground stakes, but they're
giant screws. You guys. You could put it in with a drill, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's just got a 13 millimeter half-inch head on it, and you just drill it into the ground, and that's what all of these are all staked in with. And we had some pretty heavy winds yesterday afternoon, kind of right after we got here, which is why we ended up staking everything down, because this was completely lifting up.
Taking flight, yeah.
Yeah, it worked out really, really well.
These are fantastic. And hey, Patriot Camper or not, if you just have awnings, if you have tent stakes that are bunk and never work and come out, ours always did, get yourself those. We got 35 of those for how much?
Yeah, I don't want to say.
So go on their website and look it up. I don't know, but
they were about $80 for 35, I think.
Well, 35 is a little excessive, except not, because we brought this. We thought would be real cool, and we'd bring something to keep the kitchen area kind of clean. Look at this. That's not clean. That's a hot mess. So what we have on order as soon as we get home is the Patriot Camper. They make these great mats, and dirt falls through them, and larger stuff will land on it, but you can sweep it right off.
And you use those same stakes to tie it down.
Right.
So you can get a couple of 8x10 mats will work great along this side and along the back side, and you're set. We're
gonna get 2 at a minimum. They're so fantastic. This is the opposite of fantastic. It's a mess. Anyway, moving on. So the utility shelf, we've added a few more things, a bigger flashlight. Again, all the tubes and cords and stuff like that we've put in that bucket, so you could take the bucket and take it to wherever you need to use the things. So toolkit, your basics, we already showed that, but we did use the barbecue.
Yeah.
What did you make?
We went to a Jeep meet on Friday, and we used it to grill some bratwurst. And then we used it again for some more bratwurst, because
apparently we're big fans of bratwurst.
Well, yeah, we had some left over, and we wanted to cook it up, so cooked that up for lunch yesterday. And the grill actually works really well. It's nice to have. It does pull like completely
all the way out.
If I can get it all the way out here, I can get it around at least like this. So I'm
right.
At least,
so it's really a part of the kitchen in that scenario.
I'm nearby everything to be able to use it. And it's, I don't have to walk,
It's really very much a part of the kitchen when you look at it like this.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. So it was great. It's great.
It worked really well. I mean, the food was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably think about grilling more. We're big fans of the Scottle. We have been bringing that with us camping all the time. It's nice to have another option. We've never really brought a barbecue with us, and now we have one with us all the time.
Yeah.
So in love with this trailer.
Yeah.
I just love it. The awning, when we first got here yesterday, it was so sunny, very sunny, and it was hot putting camp up. And so the first thing Jason did was pop up the awning, and we immediately had relief from the sun and could get, busy doing everything else. So
it's big. It's a big awning.
It really is. You can see it goes from here. Yeah. Also, a lot of ropes. All the way around here. I mean, it's massive, and it's made so well. We're just very happy with it. This is where we keep our trasharoo, as you do. And you don't know that thing where you put like an actual garbage bag in here, right? That's how we do it. The garbage bag is already out. It's in the back of the truck, but we love that. This we decided is going to be where we keep our spare food. And this is like just for a quick showing of what we're going to be keeping over here. Groceries will be here, kitchen on the other side. We didn't really need any of the things that we had there, but here's how the tent worked. For beds. What's nice about this tent, everything is nice about it, but we love this little channel. We have 2 dachshunds and they're long and skinny, and so is this space. So this is the dogs section. It works perfectly, actually. So that was nice. Got really good sleep. Here's the air mattress things that we put on top of the foam that it comes with. It's a couple inches thick, and it's actually pretty good, but we're older, and so we like a little extra cushion, which we have. So that's that. This is our little shoe keeper. This didn't come with the tent. We picked this up at Overland Expo. It's nice because iCamper was there and selling things, and we picked that up. So all in all, it was a great shakedown. There are things we are going to upgrade for sure, like the inverter. We know that.
Yeah, upgrade the inverter. We want to add some solar to it so we can be truly charging off grid with not the requirement to plug into the truck or anything like that. So yeah, there's a couple other things. I mean, we'll work it out as we go through and find new things. And it's always great talking to other people because other people have so many great ideas about how to camp, how to use these trailers and take them out. But from towing, I towed on Friday to the Jeep meet with my 392 and it didn't even know the trailer was there. For the most part, driving with the Gladiator on the freeway all the way here till we started the climb up into Big Bear, didn't know the trailer was there. It pulled flawlessly. Do you think that's because they're so compact? You get so much in such a small footprint. And I say that, but then our tent size, it's a king size bed up there. So it folds into half that, obviously. But I mean, this is really not a large footprint. Yeah, it's not a large footprint, but it is you are dealing with a longer wheelbase, which helps with stability of towing, but it rolls really nice. And I was almost fully loaded with water yesterday. So that was 40 gallons of water in here. And it pulled. Going up the hills, the Gladiator had its own challenges. It wasn't struggling or anything like that, but it was, you were definitely in lower gears. That's when you maybe became aware that you were pulling a trailer is uphill. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. All right, well, I think that's fair. Yeah. All right, well, that wraps us up for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, as usual. Bye. Bye. So we went through the squeeze the wrong way. What happened, Jason? I took one for the team. What? I just took the awning cover for a ride. Oh no, brand new, used once? Woo! Don't do the squeeze backwards, y'all. Don't do it. Well, if you have an awning, don't do it backwards.